The legal revolution is a movement to structurally transform the legal discipline through a series of different initiatives that we have, all that ladder up to putting the keys to the law in the hands of those that are most impacted by it.
The firm is really focused on what happens after an individual has interaction with the criminal court system. So we work with expungements, pardons, commutations, licensing issues to just remove those barriers that impact individuals' rights to employment and housing.
The legal revolution is inspired by the state of mass incarceration in the United States and how it is fueled by a very flawed legal system. I think first and foremost through the criminalization of cannabis and the war on drugs.
One of the things we do is we work in community hosting expungement clinics or pardon clinics. We know that individuals, for example, who have cannabis-related offenses still suffer significant collateral consequences based on those. So we enter into community, sit down for a day with community and work on as many expungements as we can in a day. We had a recent expungement clinic where we ended up helping 70 people with cannabis-related offenses. We're changing laws, specifically in the area of cannabis, but it doesn't mean that everybody who suffered those consequences has been alleviated from those burdens.
I think a lot of our identity is wrapped into how we're able to support ourselves or others that may depend on us. Even though there was a lot of different barriers that I had gotten through or over, before going through the expungement, it was one of those things to be able to just show like my family and myself that I never gave up attempting to actually get that cleared off my name. I think as you age, I think your legacy even more so becomes something that is of importance, like how will I be remembered, how, we live in the information age. So I think it was a testament to being able to show folks that like just because you may have actually have had some type of negative mark on your life, that does not necessarily mean how it has to end. But that's not a reflection of who I am now, but now I feel like my work ethic or what I bring to the company or whatever situation kind of speaks for itself that, it's not something that's going to be a continuous conversation.
One of the programs of the Legal Revolution is a Prison to Law Pipeline, which is a legal education-based program, one of the first in the country where we are bringing in ABA-approved and ABA-accredited legal education into correctional facilities. And we are working with some of the country's first incarcerated law students and paralegal students in an accredited program. The Prison to Law Pipeline works with those that are currently incarcerated and formerly incarcerated into channeling resources and opportunities for those individuals to use their experience in the criminal justice system to go on and obtain an education in the law, to then practice in the law and work in the legal field in order to make the legal system better and improve it and make it wholly representative of those that are most impacted by it and have often been the most marginalized in the practice of law.
But I just want a lot of folks to know, regardless of your legal situation, that it can be more difficult, but it's not impossible. You guys drew up an affidavit for me. I had to go and pull some records. But there was a lot of hand-holding throughout the whole process that made me feel very confident about the outcome. And at which point I think we ended up having a Zoom hearing with the judge concerning the expungement. And the expungement was granted. Yeah, it was very life-changing.
And one of our missions is to make sure that the people who have the least access to the change, who are most impacted by it, live in communities that are over-policed, overcharged, have an opportunity to move past those. So the work's not done yet, but we're here to make sure it does get done.